World, it's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of their media group, presented by alphacliniconline.com. Alphacliniconline.com is a website that you can go to, get your hormone levels checked, get all the things so that you can live your best life. And once you're over 30, understand men and women too, your hormones start to change. Your testosterone levels start to go down. Women, your hormone levels kind of start to spike and get out of whack. It's one of those weird things where the Lord, like, or if whatever you believe, I go in and I just use the word and phrase because people like this. Kind of fucks with people. It's the way I really believe. There's a movie called The Gods Are Laughing Us, or even the Greek mythology stuff. I really believe that there's a group of aliens that's just down here watching us. And when things are going right, they just got to throw something in there just to make things for their entertainment. We're like a reality. The reason, and we're gods ourselves. It's in the Bible. The reason why we like reality TV, because we like seeing car. The reason why we like NASCAR, the reason why we like a lot of stuff, we like to see wrecks. We like to see drama. So what happens is, men, we are at our, not peak, but we are like horny toads or horny frogs from about 16 to probably about 24, 25. The world has told us to try to get married when you're young and do all this stuff, be fruitful and multiply. For whatever reason, women ain't really trying to fuck like that when you're in your sexual thing and you get judged and castigated. You know what happens? Old people are fucking. Older women get that 30, really that 40 age range. All of a sudden, all they want to do is fuck. And you know what's happened for all these years? Men have suppressed this stuff. Testosterone levels are starting to get lower, and now you don't want to fuck. That's part of the reason why you started seeing older women with younger men and younger men with older women and vice versa. I don't know, but to counteract some of this stuff is Alpha Clinic Online. Just go to alphacliniconline.com, check it out. Bring yourself some peace and prosperity. Also, right now, I know you got friends that are not doing anything. Tell them to come check it out. Oh, appreciate the pup. Shout out to Kyle Pickett. Where ain't seen Kyle in a minute. What's up, Kyle? Well, Kyle got a new puppy named Cash, a GWP. I don't know what that is. He's already loving watching your videos. He sits and watches you for hours. He's a clown. Probably thinks I'm a pit bull. And that's what I'm built like. Basically just go to alphacliniconline.com, check it out. If nothing else, get a free blood evaluation. We'll send it there. We are registered to be able to give prescriptions in both Carolinas and Florida. I believe Georgia as well. So again, it's one of those things where you can actually have your own home health care. Telehealth medicine got big during COVID. We're here to help you guys with that. Inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge. We've been jamming, doing a lot of cool shit. We had a Mother's Day thing going on yesterday. All kinds of different stuff. Check us out. Your membership, all-in membership, also includes this. So, yeah. Let me send this message on X. My bad, guys. I forgot. It's so funny, dog. Boz, you probably don't know who Dr. Boyce Watkins is, do you?
No.
Damn, all right, it's good. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of like a financial Umar Johnson.
Oh, okay.
And he's black, obviously. And his last name is Watkins, which is my family's last name.
Right.
So my cousin Kenny, who is literally like his great granddaddy is Uncle Wes. I never got a chance to meet Uncle Wes. And then my granddaddy is Gordon, but we called him Big. Everybody called my great granddaddy Big Daddy. But Wes and Big Daddy were brothers. Their last name's Watkins. So Kenny is a Watkins. He posted a picture. He's bald headed, light skinned, with glasses and a little gray beard goatee. And on God, he looks exactly like this dude. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But I was looking through some pictures to put up while I post this on YouTube. And I saw that and I was like, damn, that's scary how much they look alike.
You never know.
So instead of posting that, I'm posting a meme that says, "Congratulations to all the fathers who made Mother's Day possible."
Why?
You know, one thing though, I learned this as the social media is an algorithm. The algorithm shows you exactly what you want to see. So if you don't like the way, if the world is too negative for you, right? That means you are inherently negative and you need to change the way you perceive the world. So I remember for years, all I saw was like on Father's Day, you'll see Happy Father's Day to me by women because they made bad choices and who their mates are.
Oh my God.
And like, so they, but you know, and so the fellas was getting petty because I know a lot of single dads and they was just like, Happy Mother's Day to me. And I'm like, nah, let's not do that. Like, you know, I don't care what you identify. It's mothers is for the mothers. Like if it came out of your cooler, came out of your chocha, you're a mother. If you shot inside someone's chocha and they in 10 weeks, I mean whatever, 50 weeks, whatever it comes out, so 40 weeks later, 40 weeks later, a baby came out, that's yours. You're a father. But you know, I haven't seen the pettiness as much as I used to see. I know it's still there, but you know, shout out to all of that stuff. So we're on the road to still getting to 6,000 subs. Getting closer. It's just not as quick as it was during football season. We are about 260 subs away from getting to that magical number now. You know, disregard the number that's up there. I don't even know. Yeah, disregard the number that's about to show. But you know, yeah, we're there. The goal is to have 10,000 by the end of the year. Really, the goal is to have 10,000 all season so I can give y'all a pair of tickets. And the goal is to have 500 members. Right now, we are sitting at 136 members. We have 3 all-ins. Shout out to my all-ins. But I would love to have 500 members, 10,000 subs by football season. We do that. We'll do some special things. Go to my pin tweet if you want to know the different giveaways and what we're doing. All that being said is there's money each time we reach an increment of 1,000. So let's do that. Continue to push and appreciate all of the support thus far. Going to the next thing. I just talked. So a lot of people who know me or follow FSU football for over the years, the team chaplain, his name is Clint Pervis. Clint Pervis is one of those individuals that's just so phenomenal. Like, you don't even know why he's here. Like, and because he is here, like, if every Christian was like Clint Pervis, everybody, I firmly believe every person on this planet would be a Christian. Like, Clint just has a soothing, when he talks to you, he just calms you down. He's never focused on himself. Now, I will say this, but I'll just scroll down. Here's what I hate about Elon Musk's Twitter before I get into how great Clint is. I hope they covered it up. Or somebody blocked. Okay, good. Maybe he got deleted. Okay. Or click on the comments, like the comment box. Yeah. No, never mind. Okay, it got deleted because these bots are out of control. I saw it, and I'm glad people probably reported it. Miles, somebody put click the link in my bio, and it was a pasty lady. You saw her box, and she had a one of them she had a plug in her. And I'm like, man, come on, dog. This is Clint. I'm talking about Christian Clint.
Damn.
And Clint ain't never had none. Yeah, Clint's just a dope dude, man. Like, the fact that he is I don't know how he did it, but he is a super, super solid guy. Some of the darkest moments in my life, Clint has been able to pull me out, talk me out of it. Like, it was like, again, great individual, is one of those guys that makes you believe. Even if you don't believe, you believe that whatever Clint believes in, you believe that to be true. That's how good of a guy he is. But he went into TMH a week ago, and he has to have they have to change his pacemaker. But like some wild stuff happened with it, and the reason why he got into this, and this is just amazing. Like he got bumped at a football game last year, and apparently like your pacemaker is like right on your tip, like you can feel it. It's like a little bump.
Yeah.
Well, he got hit and he fell down hard, and it shifted to like under his armpit. He had no idea though. He's been going around since football season with his pacemaker out of place. And what happened is that the cords have been pulled, and his doctor's office is calling him like, "Hey, Mr. We need you to come in." I'll come in. I gotta go do the chapel service for the baseball team. I gotta go do this. I gotta get my oil change, get some gas. Like he's running normal errands, and they are like pleading with him to come in. And then finally, he just said, "You know what? Fine." He goes in, and they're like, "Sir, your pacemaker is not working. Just operating with half a heart."
You have to notice that, like
he said he did feel like on his chest finally. He said, "Hey, it's not here.
Yeah, some people is visible.
Where is this going?" And then he reached up under his shoulder, under his arm. He's like, "Oh shit." Well, he didn't say that, but I said, "Oh shit." But like he said, this, and then like, he goes in and they're like, "Yo, we got to get you in surgery ASAP." So his surgery was supposed to be Friday, but the guy was booked. But then we also know what happened in Tallahassee. We'll talk on that here in a second. He's in. Long story short, I don't know if he's in now but sometime today, Clint will have surgery to replace the pacemaker, and it's not just that. Something about, man. Let me tell you, man. This man was talking to me about heart surgery that he's got to go through. Calm, like it's not a super surgery, like it's not a crazy surgery. Like I am like, anybody who knows me, James is not I am literally losing it on the phone, like, yo. And he's just like, yeah, they just got something about my lead. They don't know if they got to correct it. They won't know until they go in there. And then there's a guy who can only replace it with the laser, and he's got to cut it with the laser. But then the guy has to be right next to him, because if he nicks it, then he got to go in. And it's not my normal doctor that did my last one. She retired. David Castillo's there, so I feel comfortable. I'm like, Clint, you were telling me nothing great, but you're so you have to be calm when those guys are calm. And I attribute it to something that my father told me, that his father told me. I don't know if I'll ever get the full story from my father, because my father lies a lot. He's an embellisher. But I do know for a fact this happened. It did happen. Because I a year ago, I pulled my father's police report. And it's wild. But my father was I've told this story before. My father was in a shootout with Columbus Ohio Police Department. And he won the shootout, but he didn't go to jail. It's like this has to be narrated. It needs to be like it's a Black history fact. Black dude, really black dude, big black dude gets in the shootout with the police and lives. By itself is an amazing story. It sounds like it's fiction, but it really happened. And I'll spare you the details on it. I'll talk about it on another show. But he went to trial, and I was in college at the time. And shout out to Kyle. Love that. Appreciate that. James, you got to look up a GWP. They're true hunters. He's a know about blood, already hunting gators in the ponds. Awesome. Love it. I'm gonna look up what a GWP is here in a second. My father, this is probably why I'm insane. Because my father's insane, and my father's insane. My father will probably know what a GWP is. My father turns vicious pit bulls into the service animals, service dogs. Oh, that's a nice dog. Like, yo, that look like, okay. It could be one of them. It could be one of them Charlies Well, Charlie just gonna make noise. Charlie ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. But nah, that does look like a cool ass dog. That looks like a dog that only serves one purpose, one person.
Yeah.
Like if I'd have to put him on the back porch if I had to spank my kids. Like, because dogs typically like kids. But anyways, going back to my father, my grandfather, I think his name is William. I don't know. I've seen him twice in my life. Told my dad, who was stressing. He said, "Why are you stressing, son?" He says, "Dad, I'm facing 50-something years." And he says, "Well, what is that doing for you right now? And is any of this stressing going to change the outcome? Two things are going to happen. They're either going to find you guilty or they're not. But you stressing is taken away from the freedom that you have right now. He said, you could be watching your son play a game on TV. You could be doing something else. But right now you're worried about something that you have no control over the outcome." Now, that is a terrible thing to tell somebody.
I mean,
That's facing 50 years.
It's a Bible
That
verse
being
too.
said, it is very, very logical.
yeah.
And when I think about what Clint's going through, if you have the best doctors around you, you have people that love you around you, and you have faith, you can't go in there and prepare the heart yourself. You're either not going to wake up or you're going to wake up. And while that sounds dark and grim, it's the only way that I can think of him talking, because he knows he's lived a great life. He knows he could be at peace, and he knows if he's done, he's finished his mission. That being said, I told him I will talk to you on Friday, and I better hear his fucking voice on Friday, or I'm going to fucking spam. I might call him live on the fucking show. I need to hear Clint's voice on fucking Friday, or I'm going, or have an update, or I'll be a little bothered. I'll say that. But anyway, that's a Clint update. Going to the next thing, Miles. Yes, Clint. Mother's Day was yesterday. My son came up with the brilliant idea. He wanted to take his mother to breakfast. My son has money. He can take his mother to breakfast on his own. He doesn't need me to take them to breakfast. But he decided he wanted to spend my money. That's fine. We don't have to go through that. So we took that. Yes, that one. We took TJ to breakfast, and and he told me that he knows I have money because this is around the time that I get my Den Media Group checks. So I don't know. I don't know how he's not saying fuck you. That's what I wanted to say to my son, but he's like, I identify as poor, is what Chris Rock is saying on his special, which is great. I don't know why Cat Williams was attacking Chris Rock like that. Remember he was saying these guys ain't funny. For somebody to have the unfunny ass special, he sure had a lot of things to say about people being not funny. It's just like if you got like shit to do, it's a great thing to watch while you multitask. Like it's just in the background, like, okay, I'm folding clothes. It's not going to distract you from what your task is, but it's really good background noise.
I think I've been saturated on comedy lately.
Yeah, it's only a couple. Who's the white guy that's really sarcastic and good? Andrew Schultz is not him though. He's good too.
Shane Gillis.
It's Shane Gillis. He is not fucking Shane Gillis. Right now, nobody is Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis is the white Chappelle. Like he is going on a run right now. Like this man made us laugh, made a disabled person, like not a disabled, a mentally challenged person laugh at himself. I gotta say, it is crazy what Shane Gillis is doing. But going to the next thing so we can get into the show eventually. This is a great song right here. One of my favorite Mother's Day songs is by Mr. T. And I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit about it. Make sure you play. This will be you guys' favorite Mother's Day song from now on as well.
Mother, there is no other like mother, so treat her right. Mother, I always love her.
I would pay good money.
Mother,
Good
so treat her
NIL
right. treat her right.
Cam Davis.
M is for the
He's the only
moan
person
and
about
the
as big and
miserable
dark as
groan
Mr. T.
from the
Martini
pain
to
that
do
she
this.
felt when I was gone. O is for the oven with its burning heat, where she stood making sure I had something to eat. T is for the time that she stayed up night and took my temperature when I wasn't feeling right. H is for the hard-earned money she spent to keep clothes on my back and try to pay the rent.
What is?
E is every wrinkle I put on her face and every worry that I caused when I stayed out late. The last letter R is that she taught me respect, and for the room up in heaven that I know she'll get.
Wow.
Love it, man. That is a great song.
Wow.
That's how you say it. Was aggressive. It's like a murder ray prayer. Like you just know you feel it. Like he's like, are you attacking me and praying? Are you threatening me with the prayer? Like I don't know if he was like his mom is like I wonder how Mr. T's mom really is. Anyways, another thing that's causing me to go broke is the fact that I tell my kids and my god kids, which are like my nieces and nephews, that we only respect excellence around this house. So I told my goddaughters, those are two of them. One is not pitching. Sanaa is a dancer. She doesn't want to pick up the family trade of track. But the two younger ones are. They went out there. They got first place medals. I say I don't reward mediocrity. I reward winning, and everybody won. Like the girls won like all their events. Trey, I'm a proud dad moment. Trey went out there. One, I'm gonna get calls and emails for people trying to offer my youngest son track scholarships. Not because he's fast. He actually didn't run any events on Saturday. But he was signed up to run the 200 because he missed the 100. So his big brother said, I feel like running today. It was too late to sign up. So he ran as his little brother. No way. Find a Mr. T's mother's rap. We must do this because we have Kyle giving this request and he's paying for it. This is like a DJ. This is true DJ stuff. Trey goes out there, runs the 200 in his mama's tennis shoes, which are a little bit too big for him, or they might be around the same size now. He ran in that, and he had sweatpants on and a baggy shirt. And Trey has never ran the 200. He's never ran 100. This man ran 35. He ran in 35 seconds, which isn't great, but I was impressed nonetheless that he did it. And he didn't finish last. He finished like second to kids that have been running the entire summer. So the world right now thinks, and it's on Mile Split, that there is a 5-year-old running a 35-second 200. So in theory, Trey won his event because he got first place. He got a first place thing. That's his mom's song. Go scroll up. Is this Mr. T even? Wait a minute. Okay, I thought it said something about she left us.
I'm looking for her name, but I think was he talking about the song he just played?
I don't think so. He's saying I guess she has a rap song. I don't know. We'll find it eventually. But anyways, that's what the kids did, and I gotta take them to 5 and below, and they get to get Vanny and Sky get 2 gifts from 5 and below. Killer gets 1, and or he gives Legos, whichever he wants. Going to the next thing. Oh, now we get to in his mom's tennis shoes, bro. Like he went out there and was skedaddling. I remember this. This is something that before we get into the thing, Outlander magazine I didn't realize they were banned, but Nike. I was telling people about Nike had these sunglasses contacts that they made guys like me wear. Because I've always known I needed glasses. I just didn't get them, and technically I could see enough on the field to be able to play. But I remember this. I wanted to wear them because I liked the fact that they did the opposite of what the Marilyn Manson contact. Like people were wearing colored contacts, and Marilyn Manson had the ones that made his eyes look white. These kept the black part, I guess, is your pupil cool, and then the red part was outside. Oh, never mind. That's funny.
Yeah.
I was watching. They had a Rocky marathon on AMC.
Oh really?
Yeah, a couple of days ago, I was watching it with my grandma, and I love Clubber Lang. You know,
That's terrifying looking though. These times.
yeah, that's why I wanted to wear them. So like, you wore them, and like people are like, were they affect? Noon games worked. 3:30 kicks, it worked in the first half, but it gets dark at about 5, like at the second half. So like, you're like, it's not dark like it's outside, but like the shade comes over the stadium. So you really can't, and but it's not dark enough for the lights to come on. So it's like fucking your eyes up, and you can't wear them at night games. But like, yeah, so I didn't know they were banned, but this was something that got brought up, which was kind of cool. But except for one time I hit somebody so hard that the contact flew out and it came on my visor. It stuck on my visor. So one of the things that suck about contacts is I got one eye seeing how I normally see the world, and the other eye seeing 20/20 vision. And so my depth perception was fucked up for like a whole drive until I was able to get to the sideline. And they had to take those, and luckily they got you like a whole bunch of pairs of them. And like they had to go find me because they can't just like, it was messed up. They went and got me another. They opened up another pair to put the right one. That's not his mom. That was Della Reese that played his mom in the 18, which is perfect. Actually, Della Reese makes sense to be his mom. All right, let's go on to the next thing. We'll get it. I want to brag on myself. Actually, I don't want to brag on myself. We already going to. I got running blacks that run for a lot of yards. We're going well past it. So, but we got a lot of. Actually, we're nice. Got it up there. We had 3,300 yards. And it was a lot of. That's basically our breakdown. We averaged a lot of yards a game, and about 200 yards a game, actually, when you think about it, just over that. And people say our quarterback, we were in a pass-happy offense with Tramel Jones being our quarterback, but we ran for 3,300 yards. Tramel threw for 3,380 yards. Like, that's called perfectly balanced. And I didn't think I would ever be able to do that again. I'm still not going to put those expectations on the guys, but I don't know, man. My running backs are pretty fucking good. So now, getting into what happened in Tallahassee. It's very easy in this world when you see a disaster happen to band together with everybody. Bad things happen that are outside of the rivalries. So before I get into the bad part, I'm going to show you what you should do first. So I want to share this tragedy for these Miami Hurricane fans. Now Gio Milan, who's constantly trolling FSU, but he loves Miami. He works for the lion ass Cuban. Not Crystal Ball, the other one that's probably about to get, tax time or whatever. But he posted this. I saw Hurricane post it, and it's not time to make a joke about them not being good or any of these different things. I could not fathom the pain that this family is going through. They lost a child. And he put a good friend of mine at Marvelous 1986 and his family have gone through a tragedy, and they have a GoFundMe. This is not time to talk about people being broke, schools, and things like this. Because you know what? Now that you just I'm going to make a donation. I'm going to be honest with you. For as much as motherfuckers troll, the fact that $12,000 goal isn't reached by the Miami fan base is a travesty. As much money as people talk about, I got this, to the point where people are over here. Oh boy, if you text me and you tell me this ain't true. Damn, Luke. That's fucked up, Luke. What he said to you. This is why you have to watch your trolls. Because, again, I'm not going to take away from this. This is still a tragedy. But watch what you say to people, because when you come, because we're all gonna go through a downtime, right? Keep the trolls within the trolls, man. But right now, this man is like, that's terrible. But like $12,000 should be a walk in the bucket for somebody for people to do that. Like, and he's not asking to like pay bills, he's trying to bury his child. Which, by the way, this would be a perfect time if you guys don't get insurance on your kids when they come out, get insurance on your kids so that you can not have to do a GoFundMe. I swear to God, if I die and they do a fucking GoFundMe for me, I'm haunting everybody associated with it. Two things I don't want. I don't want no fucking GoFundMe, and I don't want no funeral. Just let me be on show. Let me have a show one day, and then I just don't show up for a few days. And then people kind of put two and two together. So I don't want y'all coming to my funeral lying about me, lying about how great a guy I was when you just cussed me out the other day, or you called me a dumb fuck because you didn't agree with my take. But in all seriousness, tragedy. Yeah, man, that's sad. But you see how I just did that, right? Tragedy, boom, keep it to the kid. Cute kid too. Yeah, damn that. Yeah. It's Naomi. I'm assuming you can never assume, but Naomi, because they're at that baby age where you don't know. But I'm assuming that's a girl. It makes it. No, I'm not saying, but that's terrible. Like, yeah.
In the chat, you can look it up, the GoFundMe, but in the chat is also the link, the hyperlink. Oh,
It says
won't put it up. Okay, never mind.
You have to actually put it in the thing.
Okay, Kyle.
Okay, Kyle. Well,
you got it. There we go.
Will do, Kyle. I will definitely make that happen, man. Shit, man. But again, like, it's just like you can't, like, the humanity in me can step back and be like, you know what? No matter, that person might have said some fucked up shit about me on a quote tweet one day. I would never know because I don't go looking for it. But I got kids. I know that this is a tough thing. I feel bad that they don't have more money in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. And apparently Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. I got to get you to put this sound on it. Like, my new favorite say, like, you ever seen Lil Wayne when they talk about the top 5 rappers? And it was like, Eminem's not on the list. He's like, Eminem's not on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Who's on the list?
Yeah.
They said, Gucci who? Gucci man. Shout out my nigga Gucci. So, like, I saw a dude, Josh, he posted his son, and he said his son wanted to take his wife on a date. And there's a black woman. Josh is a Navy guy, just retired. I just assumed he was with a wife. I'm assuming that's his wife because he said my son, wife, black woman hugging him. I'm just like, she's attractive. Not saying Josh isn't attractive. I'm just saying I was like, Dr. Umar would be mad, but I straight up just took the clip and said, shout out my nigga Gucci. That's all I can say. Respect. But anyways, that's how you do it, right?
Just for clarification, what's your name gonna be so everyone can? I know everyone trusts you, but y'all can check. We are actually going to donate this to the. You gonna put Sports Den or?
I'll probably, you know what? I'll put Sports Den. I'll put Den Media Group. I will put Den Media Group. So you can go check that. I'll go ahead and do that, even though I'm gonna put Kyle's full 300. Even though YouTube ain't giving me but 240 of it, but I'm gonna put the full. It take 30%, man. They tax, man. They tax like a motherfucker out that bitch, man. But all right, but this is what you don't do. Go to the next one. So there was a guy, TY, who did some shit. First, I want to put this up. I want to put this caveat. Stop doing shit and then apologizing. Because you didn't mean it. You meant what you said. I hate it. Kanye West put this thing up. Don't ever fix your lips like collagen to say something where you're going to end up apologizing. It's a life lesson. If you say it, with your chest, stand on it. Stand on that shit. The problem is a lot of y'all say things on this platform that you don't mean to get attention that you're not necessarily ready to get. Because attention comes twofold. There's the people, there's the nutbags that's going to tell you great, and there's the people that's going to come to you. And now the problem is a lot of y'all are bagging groceries. And y'all think you're getting canceled, and you're not. You're getting cancel culture doesn't exist. You cannot cancel somebody who is good at their job. What you can do is be replaced. And a lot of y'all are very replaceable. And that's not me downplaying you. That's me just being honest with you, because if you weren't replaceable, you wouldn't get canceled. If you're a bagger at Publix, watch your mouth on social media. You feel me? If you're a teacher, even though they aren't really replaceable, don't let little girls braid your hair. It didn't send weird text messages to them, and it was other shit. I was on his side first. But then I saw the other stuff, and I was like, "Hey, man, he didn't go there, but he's one strong breeze away from crossing the pedo line."
I feel bad. Teachers have it so rough.
They do. At first, I'm like, "Come on, man. If he's a good teacher, 10 minutes left in the class, they want to do that. He's got to bond with them." But then, like some of the stuff, and like he commented under a girl that was 16. Now, granted, the 16-year-old didn't look 16ish. Look like a grown-ass woman. When somebody tells you they're 16, you gotta, hey man, let's backpedal up. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit the right way, man. Again, and all you extra people that's extra. If my daughter was braiding his hair, I come. No, you're not. Stop it. Fucking stop it. You're not going to fucking jail because your daughter unbraided somebody's hair. You're gonna tell them not to do that shit anymore. Because you're a civilized civilian. Anyways. What I was saying is, so click on blow this on thing up so I can read it. I want to read what he tweeted first. And then we'll go from there. Oh, my bad. No, what he tweeted was Florida State, the Flying High Circus, which is the same. It's not a clown school. They don't have clowns, but they do have trapeze artists and other things that they do to teach you.
Funny.
It is wild, but no, it's a joke, and I get it. The tornadoes really did a number on Tallahassee. Like, just like fuck the city up, man. Like everywhere, especially the campuses, schools had to get shut down. There are roads that are still blocked. Now, granted, one of the dumbest, most beautiful ideas that Tallahassee has is we have canopy roads. So what that means is there's trees that cover the road that provide natural shade, and you drive through them, and it's very cool. It's relaxing if you're just driving. Not very good for hurricanes and tornadoes. And so, like, a lot of the roads are shut down. A lot of people have damages. A lot of people are still without power. So sometimes when a tragedy strikes, we got to give it a couple days to breathe before we make the fucking jokes. One dude made a joke about, you won't see Florida State fans trolling. They're without power right now and some other shit. Like, it's just like, bro, like, did you need the attention that bad that you had to go that route? So this guy, Steve Splatt, who puts USMC Gator Vet, apparently, actually go click on this page, if we don't mind. Click on, he took his post down. That's what I hate. Both of them took the post down. He's the host of some Know It Some Pot. Everybody has a pot. And it's, oh God, part of the Roll Up Network. Oh God. Par for the fucking course. But anyways, a lot of shit going on, right? And he's probably not a bad guy. But he said something that was inappropriate at the time. And if he felt like, that we can go back to, and I'll read his quote. Connecting a joke about a tent to all the horrific tragedies of the storm is a massive reach and absolutely awful spin. I've been cursed at, had my integrity as a Marine questioned, and had my employer contacted. Some folks take the rivalry too far, unreal. Bro, you just saw a tornado rip to shreds the capital city, and the first thing you didn't post, the first thing you did posted was it, my thoughts and prayers go out to the city of Tallahassee and all those affected. Your first thought was, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get this troll off. bro, you asked, like, you don't throw a rock and then hide your hand. That is that I attack your integrity as a Marine. You threw a stone and hid your hand. All the Marines I know are badass.
That's the part that I don't like.
Like, and it's like, dog, like, and if you really felt the way this is integrity, right? If you truly felt you did nothing wrong, why apologize? Why put that tweet out? Why take the tweet down? You didn't think it all the way through is the problem. And this is why I say everyone doesn't deserve a fucking platform. And I'll read what I put to him. If you can back it up one mile, I was like, shit, listen, I'm a guy. I mean, we all players fuck up. I love dark humor. I love a good dark joke. But when you make it, you will offend. That's the beauty in the dark jokes. Patrice O'Neal says, every joke I say, if there's 100 people in the room, I need 50 people laughing and I need 50 people absolutely appalled at what I said. That's dark humor. You took a risk and you knew you had a regular fucking job.
That's the part.
That's called not weighing or counting the cost. You did it to get laughs or attention and you got both. Some of it's not what you wanted. This too shall pass, my brother. Just like Tallahassee recovered from the hurricane, I'm sure your life will be fine after this. But you got the heat. You got to take the good with the bad when it comes sitting behind a microphone or behind your tweet, or behind your thumbs. But that apologizing shit, you could have just made this same joke on Sunday and everything would have been fine. It would have you would have got more laughs and more impact as people are not, but you made it in the minute that people are going through something. Like, it's insane, the thought process and the faux apology. The fake outrage that somebody's outraged at what I said that I knew was going to be a tongue-in-cheek joke. When you in reality, you know what you could have just done? You drop that bar, mute. Mute the tweet when it's getting a little too hot for you.
Right.
You know what you don't see when you mute a tweet? You don't see quote tweets, you don't see responses. And I don't know about y'all, but my DMs are as such that if I don't follow you, like, you can't just go straight into my DMs. Like, you can set your shit up that way. You choose to not set your shit up that way. So a lot of y'all who are saying social media is impacting my life negatively, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Stupid. Fix it. This is why I'm telling you, man. Y'all gonna more and more. Y'all gonna understand what I'm saying. The world was not decided. The world was not supposed to have the smart kids in the same classroom as the kids that chew crayons. It's a lot of people like it's a lot. It fucked up the side of town that I came up on. What I need my people to do in Tallahassee is to stay safe, because apparently tonight is supposed to be hit with something else. And just stay safe as you can, man. Chad D's go scroll up real quick, because Chad said he told him about himself. If you say it, you better be 10 toes down. I told Steve about himself and he apologized. And I respect you, Chad, for telling him about himself. I have literally lost respect for him and T to the Y. Because if you said it, say it. Like that is, it's just like, again, it's like the thing when we did with the N-word. Like the guy, if you say it, say it if you want. I'll say it with you. Like, say it. The problem is people want to throw the rock, but the problem is They don't want the rock to get thrown back. Everybody want to throw. I tell people, James, why you don't want to get? I'll tell you why I don't want to be a comedian. I don't want to deal with the punch back when people don't laugh at your jokes. That's why I don't do it. I'm honest about mine. Most people will never be in a fight because everybody thinks it's one-sided. You throw a punch, you're gonna get punched the fuck back. Unless you try a punk. And I don't mean that type of punk. I mean like a punk as a person. Like these punks fight. As y'all call them punks. I call them the LGBTQTCBYs. I'm an ally. Last thing I want to do is I'm telling you, y'all gonna try them. Last thing you want to do is get your ass whooped by a gay man. There ain't no winning or losing in that one. Actually, it's a lot of losing in that one, but it ain't no winning. I can promise you that one. You go on to the next thing. But here's a proper way to do it. My boy Ricky is a troll, and he loves Michael Jackson. Oh, this is what Ricky posted right here. Boom, nothing more to it. Prayers to those affected in Georgia, Pensacola, Tallahassee, and the surrounding areas. Thoughts and prayers to you all. Boom, right there. Nobody trolls more than Ricky. The U in Miami. My guy got a great podcast, NWO podcast. Nobody trolls more than him. And even he was just like, you know what? This ain't the time. Because you know what's going to, and this is what was funny about T to the Y. I don't really know what happens in Gainesville. Dude, the only natural disaster that happens in Gainesville is the Gators. But in Miami, and I told them, you know what's going to happen in Miami this year? A hurricane. Everybody shows these pictures of paradise, right? But nobody shows Little Haiti. Nobody shows Liberty City. Nobody shows the fucking the Miami is flooded with projects. Coconut Grove was the first time in my life where I was walking in a nice neighborhood, took 2 steps, and was in the hood.
The most expensive projects in America. At
That point. Like, my god brother lives in Miami, loving to death, Baby Dre. Baby Dre got a house. I don't know where the fuck his house is, but I know his house is worth a lot of money. And it ain't that nice. It's an old-ass house. But he knows once he sells it, they want him to sell that shit because they're going to tear all of it down and they're going to rebuild it to make it all brand fucking new. But, like, we know a hurricane is going to hit Miami. That's why they named their team the Hurricanes. And you know what? I'm going to call any Florida State fan out that says something in the States. I'm going to call them that out. I'm going to call them out for that. Polo Kid put Homestead was knocked out. Man, Hurricane Andrew fucked the whole state up. But Miles, I'll tell you what, if you would have been here in the 90s where Hurricane Andrew hit, bro, you would have been like, fuck that. I don't know why anybody would move to this godforsaken state. That bitch, that Cat 5 hurricane, bro, it hit Miami and ran up the whole state like it was I-75. It fucked Tallahassee up too. It was the hurricane was bigger than the state. It was terrifying. Like, I remember, like, what they're seeing now. I remember walking out of my apartment and seeing trees and limbs and everything down. Like, it was wild. But like, I still to this day, I'm trying to think. I need to talk to my mama about that. Bitch, category 5, we need to leave. We are New Jerseyans in a category 5. Get my ass out of Florida. Category 4 coming toward Jacksonville. We going to Boston. Like, we getting the fuck out of here. I can tell you that much. We're not staying here. Like, it's a book called matter of fact, Hurricane's so bad, there's a book by Zora Hurston called Their Eyes Are Watching God. And a hurricane basically wiped the city off the map. The uncle said, I'm just going to sleep. He fell asleep, and they found the uncle floating on his bed. Still asleep. Getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to the mountains. And by the way, that's why I tell my family up north, like, y'all don't know nothing about this shit. We got snows, and y'all worried about rainstorm, man. When I see that little ass category 1 hurricane beat the fuck out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, I say, hey, you see what the fuck we talking about? Not a little, y'all ain't designed for. No, they were picking on us when it snowed in the South a few years ago. Yeah. And I'm like, then a hurricane, Cat 1 hurricane hit Atlantic City and said, hey, see what it's like when you ain't prepared for it, right? But nah, that Cat 5 is fucking terrifying, man. Like when Katrina happened, we wasn't out here making, I pray to God Florida fans wasn't making LSU jokes when Katrina happened. It's just like, just think about this shit. Like if you're going through your tragedy, like that's why I posted the first one. You're going through one of the most, like again, property damage, all this other stuff. Understanding other people going through this stuff, it affects people. Take a second, let it breathe. If you wouldn't want it happening to you, don't do it to others. But if you would let it happen to you, that would be your response tweet. I would want y'all to make these jokes about me. I didn't mean to offend nobody. But instead, I cannot believe you would do such a cruel and twisted thing.
People can't take a joke nowadays.
They can't. Like, you got to know that. But then that's what I'm saying. You got to know when you throw the joke out there, somebody's going to get offended and stand on it. Be a man. Your boot camp instructor is rolling over in his, well, he's probably not dead, but your boot camp instructor from when you did, what did the Marines do? When you went to Casa de June, he's like, you know, they got the little thing right now where all the Marines went, that they send them these emails saying like if you were a part of Camp de June or something like that, like you're subject to get paid something. Oh, they fucked them up. Like Marines are the shittiest branch you could join. Like only crazy money. They got the coolest movies though, but like they got the shittiest pay. Camp Lejeune, thank you. Like that, you know what? What if everybody flooded him with Camp Lejeune jokes and he really was fucked up from that? You should say I serve my country. You should come on, bro. You know what that shit's like, man. But your drill instructor at Camp Lejeune is fucking pissed right now that you're a soft ass pussy. Jarheads are supposed to be tough and stand and have integrity and stand for something. Having a father who was a jarhead, and I know you're touched because my father and my father-in-law are jarheads. Both my son's granddads are jarheads. It's probably something wrong with them. I know for a fact there's something wrong with my daddy. I don't understand anything your dad says, Miles. So I don't know what's wrong with them, but there's something wrong with them. Angelo, the way this man apologized, the man pisses on his balls.
Oh my goodness.
And they don't go past his balls. Don't go past his scrotum. Anyways, all right. On to the next thing. Hey, we had to get a little fun with that. Got some jokes in. Were they in bad taste? I don't know. I can tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to fucking apologize about it. Something about a bear. Something that I love to keep doing. Because again, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life was women saying that they would like to go to a bear if they're in women just fantasizing about being in the woods for some strange reason and saying that they would rather encounter a bear than a human. And I know why. It's because some of the women ain't human. You can just show the video. And I'm going to summarize this. This is a lady this lady got 3 years in probation. She tried to kill her husband.
Just 3 years?
Yep.
That's murder.
Premeditated. She put bleach in this man's. This is why when I get food from women, I'm like, hey, did you taste it first? Because y'all kill motherfuckers and they sleep. And y'all don't just like y'all don't just like it's the painful kind. Like this bitch put bleach in that man's coffee every morning for years. A little bit of bleach, and the man was just like, and I'm one of those guys. Even at Starbucks, when I noticed they clean the little, I taste it. Hey, give me a new one. This don't taste right. It ain't got that strong kick. It got a little flavor, little cleaning flavor here. I'm not gonna drink this whole thing. And that's what this chick's husband said. And and she's doing this, like this is her morning routine. Go take a shower, get myself ready, brew this man's coffee, pour a little bleach in it, try to kill him, and just play the video. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. And this man just finally put a camera in the kitchen just to see. And you see the supply right there.
Watch this. Guaranteed. You're gonna see purple. Boom. Wow.
He had to press charges on the. But I tell you what, though, for him to have drank that for so many years,
Yeah, what's his inside made of?
not just that, it's her insides that made him deal with that. I know that thing is fire. I think she's Spanish too. Let me go push the back on the mouse. No, I mean I know it shows her, but you can't just tell her that. She got a little crazy Spanish look.
For sure, she's Spanish.
But because it says her name in the tweet.
Oh.
I don't know. Feliciano, no, she might be something else. But this is his wife to get the life insurance benefits. I tell you what, again, I'm not saying this because they're great. There are phenomenal women on this planet. Phenomenal women on this planet. I just keep trying to tell people that men, it's not just ain't shit men out here, man.
How do you try to kill someone and only get 3 years?
Oh, we can go.
She's not even white.
It says it in the thing. Their last. Go click on it. Go back. Scroll up. All right. Despite all the evidence, she struck a plea deal, and she pled guilty on 2 counts of adding poison or a harmful substance to a food or a drink. Oh, my bad. I apologize. She ain't going to jail at all. She's serving 3 years probation. So, Luke, she's free.
Yo, what is going on? This lady's a killer.
I'm just telling you, man. As Short Dog said, these hoes ain't shit. Oh, she's Filipino, so she's confused Hispanic. Like, we got it. Like, she's not Asian. The Filipinos are nice to her, from what I understand. I haven't had one. It reminds me of this song by, damn, I forgot the dude's name, bro. But he's like, and your mother's Asian, right? On your father's side or something. Like, I've never been with an Asian, but she'll become a content creator. How to Kill Your Husband, if I did it. Or if I wanted to do it.
You didn't.
Polo Kid, exactly. Filipinos, a diet Spanish. I like that. That's what we're going to go with that. Diet Spanish.
She failed up.
Have you been to... There's 2 Filipino boys on Trey's team, and they have the food truck. Filipino food is so confusing.
Yeah, I don't.
It's fried chicken, egg rolls, spaghetti. Like,
They just made that shit.
it's just random shit just thrown together that they just cook. But anyways, going to the next thing. Just another reason that women are confused. They're getting confused earlier. I feel bad for the future. I don't know why, but this is hilarious. This is a conversation between a young man and a young lady that met on a dating app. And it's just it's again, we can't call you other smarter or fairer sex anymore because this is what's happening. He says, how I matched with an MFer that's all the way in North Carolina. I stay in Atlanta. Hey, shorty, I'm just going off what this MF is telling me. I'm in North Carolina at the moment. Okay, what do you do for work? Now, clutch your pearls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an escort, love. How about you? Goddamn, bitch. You 19. Did you even try to do something in life? That is how we, like, on God, we have got to start talking to people this way. Like, 19 and selling pussy. 19 and selling pussy, dog. Did you try to be a nurse yet? Did you try all the other ratchet jobs yet, man? Like, goddamn. It's got to be more than selling pussy on it. Like, your pussy has, then again, now that I think about this, Ruby Rose been selling pussy for a long time. Apparently, her mom, have you seen the Ruby Rose shit?
No.
Ruby Rose is the new fine chick that every man, I'm telling you, flee. Like, bro. So Drake's a pedophile, apparently. But no, I'm just saying apparently. Ruby Rose did Vlad TV. She was 21 years old at the time. Ruby Rose is 26. Even if she's 26, it just did it. This is still, when somebody says a long time ago, like, what do you equate that to? Like, how many years is a long time ago?
Mysteriously vague.
I'll put it like this. She said she dated 21 Savage and was it Metro Boomin? No, it's somebody else. It was another rapper. That's my bad. She said when I was younger, at 21.
Oh, did you better be
Talking about last month.
Now they went and looked at her tweets, and they got tweets going back to 2015.
Uh-oh.
Now she's 26 in 2024. So we can just deduce and do the math. They got them going further back that, but like we got tweets older than 10 years talking about my rapper boo flew me out. Wants to fly me out. I got to tell my mom that I'm going to stay over my friends till Sunday. Her mom, it was Travis Scott. That's right, Mike. Her mom is like just allowing this, like you're giving her way too much leverage. And now, you know, it's too much. That's a lot of back and shot. And what's sad is Drewski, the ugly comedian, that's funny, by the way, has just bagged her. And you ever seen a guy that's just knows he's outkicked his coverage? And he's
I've never heard that term used like that. Okay, I get it.
He's just so happy. Like I saw pure black boy joy in his face.
I don't understand it.
And she's like, I put a post out and women got mad. In particular, I think one of my friends, Gloria, got mad at me. Well, she got not mad at me. She got mad at the post. But it is true. Sometimes, ladies, we don't post y'all because we just don't have the energy for all your exes coming out the woodwork like roaches. Like you know she do that thing, that trick with her tongue. You know she ain't learning from you. And you could only learn so much from watching porn. Like she had to practice it. And you ain't posting them because you don't want all these dudes to come out. And look at that smile. I know that ain't got nothing to do. It's probably before, but Drewski got a big ass cheek. That's the smile he had on the boat. Just when a man shows all of his teeth, that is pure happiness. He bagged him a baddie. But this baddie been getting practice since she was a teenager. Since she got her pussy, she's been fucking. That being said, the men who have been doing that are absolutely sick. And the adults who allow this shit are absolutely sick. I think some of these people's parents should be brought up on charges just as much as their kids. Just like R. Kelly. If R. Kelly's in jail, the kid should be in jail. And what's problematic is when she's done with all her hoeing and after an illustrious career, she'll be 40-something years old and she'll be going after a young dude. And she'll get red table talks and shit like that. Have you ever seen Set It Off, Miles?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Did you when you watched it, did you understand the scene when she was in the car with the old dude, the landlord?
Probably not. I was too young.
And he was like, she's like, I'm late, Nate, I'm late on the rent. There's something you could do we can make that all go away. And you know, she's just trying to take care of her little brother and whatnot. And then she comes in the car and she's like, first of all, I need my money for. He say, first of all, you don't be making no demands. Nate, I'm in a bind. Well, that's all right. When I tell you Nate got his money's worth, I didn't realize this until a few years ago. She went in and it was early night. She left in the morning. Nate knocked the walls down. Imagine being, again, one of the things I tell people when you've been like, and Ruby was young too, so you know she was fucking raw. And she didn't probably had a bunch of abortions too, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody said he saw a guy and they saw his big girlfriend. She's like, yeah, I saw your kids up there. They're cool as shit. So what you mean I had no kids? Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that you aborted.
Evil.
But I love, plus I love that meme with Nate. He just does this. I do it every time because it's getting the end of the month. You'll start seeing all the women tweet certain things. Like if you can't go 50, if you can't go 100, then you don't need to go 50-50 or something like that. If I need, like you can start seeing a certain type of woman post certain things and you know that rents due. And me and my friends love just posting the Nate, the nasty Nate. Because the quote, a guy who's the closest thing to Patrice O'Neal, even though he is not Patrice O'Neal, Was it 5150? I always say his podcast wrong. And every time I say Patrice O'Neal, I forget his name. But he's ruthless as well. It'll come to me. But he says, women can say I'm ugly, they can say whatever I want. He's like, but I possess in my right pocket enough money to bag 75% of the women on this planet. I have $200.
This wildin'.
Like, he's terrible, man. Oh man. But anyways, Corey Holcomb, thank you. Corey Holcomb is just here. Again, Ruby Rose is why so many men are going to this red pill. And that's the only reason. Like, and Lucille from BMF. I don't know if I don't watch BMF. I watch it through people, but apparently Lucille is the name of Big Meech's mama, and Charles is Big Meech's dad. And Lucille wasn't giving Charles no sex for years, and then Charles went and tried to find another outcome to not cheat on her by using adult entertainment, adult educational videos or pictures. And then she got rid of his porn. She got rid of his porn stash. That he wasn't getting nothing. And so then he went and got Big Booty Judy. And then she decided that she wanted to leave Charles for a new guy who ended up being, and this is what the funniest thing. This is, again, women, if you want to know if your stuff is good, is how long can a man lie to you? She was holding out on this dude for a little bit of time, and she finally let him get the draws. And you know what he did as soon as he got the draws? He told the truth. He said, I've been engaged for 2 years. Yeah, I said that let him know that because sometimes you don't get ghosted because you did anything wrong. It's you were bragging about your vagina and it sucked. And the men don't know how to tell you that your vagina sucked without you getting upset. So what you start saying is, oh, that's why your dick's small. Or you say all these other hurtful things, and it's better for us to just walk out. Meanwhile, she could have been given, but she was given that church pussy. Stop giving that man church pussy. Give that man the devil's pussy. Like that devilish shit that you know how to do. Pull them tricks out, man. Like, Lucille never had to be in this position that she was in if she was just giving up the pussy. Women are the only creature on this planet who will starve you out and then get mad that you went to go eat. Like, you can't give them that. Don't give them that church pussy, man. What's up, Hurricane? Hey, man, I'm mad at you. That's my guy, right? Put it up there. I want them all to see that. I'm letting you know I'm mad at you right now because you took down that tweet. I expect more out of you. You took down that tweet. Shouldn't have tweeted it, but you shouldn't have took it down. I'm gonna say you shouldn't have tweeted it, but if you would have just kept it up there and been like, "Hey, man, I fucked up, but I'm not taking it down," I'd have been like, "You know what? Respect." Anyways, stop giving that church pussy up. That's all I'm saying. Fellas, stop accepting that shit. What we got right now? Oh, you know how they say people need a podcast together? These two people right here. Shout out to my guy, Big Fost, George Foster, 22. He did these great things. Like, we got to put it down. I'm gonna just read what he put. Like, one, George is funny and he has great sports takes, even though he's a Bulldog, Georgia Bulldog. And I'm not supposed to like him right now because they beat the fuck out of us and our crippled team. But he's still a good dude. But click on his quote tweet real quick, Miles. Okay, never mind. All right. So put the picture up. I'll go pull it up myself and read it. And what the guy tweeted out was, what does it look like I do for a living? So can they see that picture of this guy? Yeah. All right. This is what George said to this Christian man. Oh shit! Hold on, man. What the fuck? What the hell's going on, Mom? Oh, here we go. He says, you grew up in Sumter, South Carolina. You loved cars growing up because your grandfather was a mechanic. After high school, you attended Central Carolina Technical College and majored in automotive technology. You opened your first shop up in 2012, and you're excited to open up the 5th in August. Like, why did I think that this motherfucker really did that shit? That looks just like what he did. But then he says, you know, he does this with Spice Adams. Spice Adams is another former football player that played for the Chicago Bears. And Spice does a really, really good job of like everything he does. But I would love to see just call it two big Negroes. If you go back to, and then his reading of Spice is hands down impressive. Just scroll down, just click on that. The first picture, just click on the picture. The Spice be posting these pictures like, good morning. What does it look like I do for a living? And this is what he read. Oh, this gentleman right here is Sebastian Tolliver III. He's a former fullback for the Memphis Showboats of the USFL. When he retired in 1991, he put his chemistry degree from Tuskegee to work. After months in the lab, he developed the formula for Purple Source Rex Kool-Aid flavor. After he sold the formula to Kool-Aid for a whopping $17 million, he decided to do what his true passion was. He has now been a pit bull therapist for the last 32 years. I'm sorry, man. CTE makes football players creative as fuck, man. The Purple Source Rex, because I can relate. I remember, like, you got to be a 90s baby to remember that flavor, man. It was great. It was just grape drink. But I would like them two to do a pod together. And then I would like Keon Coleman and this next guy to do a pod together. My homegirl, Sheena, keeps asking this man the countryest questions ever. And you'll hear Sheena's voice here in a little bit. This man talks with no spaces. Like, he is all a big run-on sentence, and he is the countryest motherfucker in the NFL. Keon Coleman might be the most Louisiana motherfucker in the NFL, but Xavier, Leggett is something. They told me he's not Geechee. I don't know what this is, but he's from the Carolinas. But listen to this man.
About the horses, how old were you when you rode your first one?
When I was about 5 years old, and ever since I was a little boy, my uncle, he'll bring the horses to my house every day for my birthday, and then we'll go out there to the horse stable on the weekend.
You have your own horse?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Dollar Bill.
What's that?
Dollar Bill.
Dollar Bill?
Yeah, it's a racking horse. One that stepped pretty.
That was my next question. Is like a quarter horse?
Oh, yeah, it's a quarter horse. We got some race horses. Yeah. Oh, he about 15 right now.
About the horse.
All right. Like, you close your eyes and you just think that's a country ass white man right there, man. Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything he said.
I understood it because I understand country, but it is difficult at times. What's one of the first purchases you're gonna make? This is literally an interview of him. Like, what's one of the first purchases you're gonna make? Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get both my parents dead. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go get me one of them houses. I'm gonna pay off my mama house, and I'm gonna go get it refinished and remodeled, and that's where I'm gonna stay at. You hear me? Like, it's just real cool, mellow. It sounds like ice cold lemonade. Like, if you could put a sound to it, it's just like Boomhauer. He is Boomhauer. Boomhauer talk a little faster than him, though. It is just like, I'm so grateful. See, okay, so I don't want to stereotype. Certain positions can't play quarterback. Certain people can't play quarterback. He could never play quarterback in the NFL. Nobody would understand the plays. Nobody would understand the plays. Like, while I thank God, like, so my guy Leon Washington was country like that. But not like that, but like Leon had to miss mat drills our freshman year, and he was like, they was like, what you gotta do at Cole? I gotta go for a funeral. You gotta go to a what? Cole, I gotta go to a funeral. A funeral. A what? A funeral, coach. I gotta go to a funeral. You gotta go to a funeral? Yeah, a funeral. I said, oh my God. Holy shit. But like, now listening to Leon talk now, oh man, all that Leon just speaks the Queensland gets so good now. But like, this man went to 4 years of college and ain't learned shit. But I am grateful for it. Him and Keon Coleman would have, they call it the Closed Captions Podcast. We can't. You can't understand shit they saying without the closed captions, man. But now, people be who you are unapologetically, right? because he getting paid. And Keon gonna get paid. And they gonna get paid because they are who they are unapologetically. It's them cats that y'all telling kids to change to, the ones that's gonna be struggling with identity crises and broke. I'm telling you, if 4-5 didn't do anything right in your opinion, and that's your opinion, I'm not here to argue politics, but he showed us that you can be who you are unapologetically and succeed. He is an asshole, and he is succeeding as an asshole. He don't speak good English. He just lies a lot. I'm not even talking about the politics. That man he lied to Christians about being a Christian. And like the funniest thing when he was running at 16, they said, "What's your favorite Bible verse?" Bro, it is so many pop culture Bible verses that you can pull from. There's John 3:16. Everybody knows John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him shall not perish or have everlasting life. Tim Tebow and every athlete in America has made Philippians 4:13 popular. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Just drop one of them. Said none. They even asked him what his favorite book in the Bible was. This man said 2 Corinthians. I have never heard anybody say 2 Corinthians. I've heard it's 1st and 2nd Corinthians, but I've never heard 2 Corinthians. It's like, who your favorite people? Man, it was 2 Corinthians that I've seen. Like that is, but again, I'm just saying the point in all of that is be unapologetically who you are. But them two, but the closed caption podcast presented by Den Media Group. I'm pitching that to Leggett and Coleman, and I think that'd be amazing. Oh, go check the next one. All right, I'm about to go off now and this is how we're gonna end it. And I wasn't gonna talk about it, but there's a really smart dude on Twitter. His name is Prime Discussion. AT is what they call him. AT is one of them is one of them super intelligent motherfuckers, right? That is pretty. He is not pretty. He is incredibly intelligent, but he's smart enough to be dumb in certain instances and not know he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So this debate was brought up by Lou Williams is who doubled down on it. We're gonna talk about this. Actually, you know what? I want to hear Lou Williams' take. It's in one of these. Who's the coach of the Greek Freak now? Austin Rivers is the one who brought this to everybody's attention. And Lou Williams is a friend of mine. Not in real life, but I can vibe with him. Lou Williams likes lemon pepper wet chicken wings like me. When the shutdown happened, nobody understood why Lou Williams would break the COVID protocols and go to Magic City to go get some chicken wings. And then he was like he couldn't understand. I said, "Dog, you never had Magic City chicken wings." This good ass chicken wings, bro. Like, bump the strip club. All the best chicken wings are at strip clubs. Trust me, I've done the research. But let's listen to what Lemon Pepper Lou has to say on this, and I'm going to ether it.
Wow. Did you hear it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I should mark that down.
It's only one real opinion. It's that basketball players can't do it. But we'll go into it. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna it's gonna be in taste. Yeah, you're right.
Make sure you clip this shit because I got something to say. Austin saying there's 30 NFL players that can't play in the NBA, but there's 30 NBA players that can't play in the NFL. I think everybody should respect everybody's craft.
Fair.
I don't think there's 30 NBA players that can play in the NFL. I don't think there's 30 NFL players that can play in the NBA. Now, they're going to have some freaks of nature, some guys that can just play whatever. That's any sport. We all athletes. My problem where this conversation is going is I don't like the fact that the NFL players are saying their argument is, oh, y'all soft. Like, y'all flop, this and that. And let's be clear, y'all must flop too. Is football more than running, jumping, catching? Hell yeah. It's agility, it's smart, it's chess, it's being able to beat your man off the line. trying to keep somebody in front of you that's trying to beat you off the line. I respect all of that shit. But when we start getting into the conversation about basketball players being soft, this and that, basketball is way more contact than we get credit for. He's on both sides, bro. So I don't want this conversation to get swayed like we the only ones. No. I see some of y'all niggas catching that ball, getting down too. Let's not make this a physicality conversation. Let's talk about skill. Catching that ball is a skill. Being fast is that is a skill. Being able to read defenses and trump that matchup, that is a skill. Shooting a jump shot way harder than all that shit, man. Make sure you.
All right. Now, that's what he said. Now, I want to put what my tweet was that I just put out here. Because, not that one. The one before. And this is the problem. Everybody keep talking about this shit. I made 30 basketball players my sophomore year in high school. You know why? You got to go cross that middle. I see so many people got so many opinions about this basketball players can play football, but never been hit going across the middle. We literally have reels upon reels of guys acting like they got shot, like Ricky from Boys in the Hood from a fucking hand check. This is not flag football. What he described was flag football. It is more than, like, yes, running fast is a skill. Catching the ball, very difficult skill. Being able to read defenses is a skill. Shooting a jump shot is something that, you know what? Actually, perfect example like this. Anybody, go back to the comments because I want to see if anybody's been in there. This is how I know who was really outside in college. Not his comments, like ours. This is how I know who was outside in college. Have y'all ever been to a pickup basketball game at your college rec center in the spring? You know what you're going to see? The most fun version of basketball that you've ever witnessed since the 80s and the 90s. You know who runs intramural basketball? Which is basketball, by the way. Same rules, nothing's changing, same three-point shot, same height of the rim, all of these different things. We are out that motherfucking wrecking shop. I am right at 6 foot. When I was in my prime, I could not just dunk, I could freak the fucking hoop. There are people who are 6'9" that can barely dunk. Our 6'4", 6'5" guys can go. Julius Peppers was an integral part of a national championship basketball team.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was a monster.
Now, Antonio Gates was able to play football. I'll give you that. And Antonio Gates did it at a Hall of Fame level once they taught him that. But they taught him basically how to be a power forward in the basketball, on the football field. Who's the ugly dude from the Golden Skin Warriors? Draymond. Draymond Green has video of him getting jammed by a 5'10", 180-pound DB. And that is one of the better defensive players in the NBA. The stronger in the NBA players. I love LeBron James. LeBron James, and LeBron James is like, oh my God, doing a headstand thing. Sean Taylor would literally kill or unalive somebody in football. Somebody, I think it's another, I hope I got it up there. Somebody brought up a great example of why they can't do this. Click on the last one. No, you know what? Yeah, show this. This is NBA players right now. You're telling me that these guys right here can play football. Watch them try to pick themselves up after flopping. The most light-skinned shit I've ever seen. They hurt each other trying to get up.
So defeated.
Bro, what are we talking about? You know what's not a skill? The mental fortitude to go out there. And he talked about, I've seen guys flinch and not catch a pass because somebody decapitated them before. There's nobody doing that in the NBA. Imagine it's not a penalty when you go up for a dunk and a guy, instead of going for a block, puts his whole fucking elbow through your throat. Imagine getting cheered for that while you're trying to go up, and then getting clothesline. That's football. You have to have all of those skills, and then you have to have the mental don't give a fuck attitude to be able to know you're going to get laid the fuck out. That is not possessed by today's NBA players. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's why God made you, and you have a higher target. You bitches are 6'7". On the short end. Kevin Durant is a stick. Kevin Durant is getting dropped on his neck. LeBron James played football in Akron, fucking Ohio. That don't work here, man. This ain't Florida. This ain't like if the Wizard. If you played football growing up where the Wizard of Oz was made, like that's not the same, dog. That's why you see all the football players, good football players, are where the slaves are at. Good basketball players is where they weren't. We talking about house Negro and field Negroes. That's what we talking about, man. But we all Negroes. But I'm just saying, all slaves. But at the end of the day, dog, it's a different breed down here, man. Somebody brought up the point, and I thought it was on there, but I didn't share it. And the guy was like, I've had to hit as a safety Adrian Peterson. Actually, Miles, go look up Greg Jones Orange Bowl. Greg Jones versus Sean Taylor. I'm gonna show you what it is. This made me respect Sean Taylor all the way through and through, because Sean Taylor got Greg the first time when we played in the brainstorm, but this one right here, major respect to Sean T on this. I'm not even going. Yeah, I think this is it. All right, can they see this?
No.
All right, make sure this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. We'll watch the play, then we'll run back through it. All right, go back. Now this is, and we'll go through somebody who put this. Yeah, show the lineup. So right here. So this is what happened right here. This is an ISO. We called it 44. So the guy from Colorado who says all this stuff. This plays literally was called 44. It was effective. This is the year we whooped Colorado's ass too. They have nobody that can play D-line like Vince Wilfork. Like Vince Wilfork gets hit and moved out of the way. I get John Vilma. And then Greg is one-on-one. Tell me what scenario is like this in basketball, where the guy knew somebody who outweighed him by 30 pounds and was had a full head of steam, steps in and makes this play happen. Because this is football all the time. Push play. Again, let them see it. Can we slow it down?
Yeah.
This is terrible graphics. Yeah, this is listen, I'm okay with the fact that I might have played in ancient times now.
Yeah, they were recording with VHS.
Boom, nice block there. Nice kick out. Oh, referee. Well, no, I already got blocked. Boom. You're telling me there is a guy who is built like a safety in the NBA that's taking on Greg Jones in that scenario. That right there would be load management basketball now? You talking about load management? Get out of here, dog.
He tried to be slick at the beginning. He said, "Take the physicality."
You
out
can't.
Of it.
That's the problem. Football is built.
Argue like that.
Football is built on physicality, and basketball has a variation of physicality. It's why Shaq was so dominant when he got into the NBA, because everybody was pussies. They changed the game, and now the game, and with the game becoming, it is a more skilled game. The mid-range jumper is gone. You got to be able to shoot the three. Now, mind you, let me put more context in this. The guy that blocked John Vilma is a young 3'6". I am a 19-year-old. I'm a 19-year-old young man. 2 seasons prior to that, I witnessed the guy that I was blocking almost killed two people. Can we go John Vilma versus Nebraska? I want you to see, because the mental fortitude that you got to have in order to do this. And I'm glad y'all listening to this, because I'm probably going to have to clip some of this shit because this is copyrighted video. But John Vilma hits Nebraska. I, as a young man, 17 years old, yeah, actually, it showed that one because he did back to back. Actually, maybe, let me see.
They don't see this. Wow.
Because it was back to back hits like that. But we can show this one, though. This is fine.
I don't remember him being big. Wasn't he like 200?
200, no, it was 220.
Oh, wow.
I knew this happened. I witnessed this in my bedroom as a senior in high school. And I had to go and block this guy. Like this is the football era that I grew up in. Or not grew up in, I came up in. Didn't just grow up in that shit. Like, I had to live this. It's a great play about to happen here. Or so he thought. The man's not moving. He had another play just like that. I don't know if we were able to see it, Miles. I know it showed other hits. I don't remember if he hit the quarterback like a play like that before or what, but like it was amazing. Like there's violence in it's not on that same play. They're just re-showing the slow motion version of it. Let's see that. That stinks. I don't want to see his whole highlight film. It's just 2 hits I want to see. Don't worry. But the bottom line is John Vilma was a motherfucker. I can tell you that much with full sincerity. It felt like it was back-to-back plays where he just leveled somebody. Oh yeah, I don't want to see the whole Rose Bowl. It's the physicality of football is ingrained in it. It's like rugby players, I think, are more physical than football players. I think that hockey players are probably the more physical. I think the most skilled and violent sports you have to participate in is hockey. Because you got to be able to do all that and skate at the same time and keep balance. And they let you fight. But it's I think, yeah, I mean, I'm just, but again, like, it's not even so much the hits that happen in that current game. It's the hits that you saw the game before and then realizing you got to step in the arena with that dude. That ain't happening when I know I can just pull back from 3. I can pull back from 48 or however fucking far the NBA 3-point line is. It just drop dimes. Like, I can protect myself a little bit more in the NBA than I can in football. And I don't think, it's not so much that it's because they're pussies or whatever. Because one, I hate that. I'm with the one lady from Golden Girls that said, like, we gotta stop describing, like, pussy is one of the most durable things on the planet. Like, it gets fucked, it produces babies. Like, you only get one. Well, I guess they can make you one now. But bottom line, is a very durable part of the body. Like, balls are actually sensitive. Balls just produce the testosterone that's required to play the sport. Now, I want to end the conversation here. AI could have been dope, but we actually have, like, there's evidence of somebody coming in from football and going to the NBA and playing a 10-year career and being a star in New York. And ironically, most of the people listening on the show know exactly who the guy is. let's show his let's show the video, let's show the picture of the one guy who's actually done all of this shit. And then we'll go with the breakdown. This guy right here. I want y'all to see this. Here's a guy who came in, played the sport, and just said, I ain't no punk. Just because I'm a Christian don't mean I'm soft, is what he said. And he dominated. But let's look at what a NBA roster, today's NBA roster would look like if we did do this. And I can tell you unapologetically, this team ain't winning a fucking game in the NFL. Not a game. The wide receiver's gonna blow his ace, gonna hurt himself, laughing at his own corny ass jokes. The offensive line ain't good enough. Now that DN, you got a DN now. I ain't gonna hold you, man. If Zion, Zion might give us some trouble now. Zion gonna give us some trouble. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But outside of that, now, and I will say, Russ, I wouldn't put Russ at running back. I would either put Russ at safety or put him at wide receiver because I think he can freak it. He'd be cold.
Yeah, he's tall too, and NFL stuff.
Mm-hmm. But he's explosive. It's really the explosive nature of Russell Westbrook would benefit.
Out there, though. That's a red zone threat, but he's way too soft. You just stop him at the line.
The problem is you got to get to the red zone.
Yeah.
This team ain't getting past the 50. Is nothing wrong with having a physical mentality within the framework of your sport. It's a difference, though. So that's all I got to say about that. I hope this conversation is done. Like we all know what the number one sport in America is.
That's true.
Ain't nobody like if LeBron ain't in the playoffs, most of us ain't watching this shit. Even though I hear Ant is doing pretty good, but his team is getting their ass whooped apparently. Like I'm listening to about basketball through my friends. Nobody gives a shit about this stuff until the finals. But like, yeah, I'm not mad at him. Like, just like respect the sports, man. That's all you got to do is respect the sports. So outside of that, man, I appreciate you guys for coming hanging out with me on this Monday. Just vibes. Funny, good show. Remember, man, don't be a dick. Like, just chill out, relax, vibe, be a man, do your thing. Much love to everybody. Appreciate y'all chopping it up with me. We'll see y'all next time.